Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! What a gorgeous day it is today on this island. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on this incredible YouTube channel. What an incredible memory this YouTube channel has given all of us. Well, certainly an incredible memory for me because I've had the chance to meet so many wonderful people and engage with so many wonderful people on this YouTube channel for our passion for Descendants and Zombies. I love when I see the subscribers always going up on this YouTube channel, so if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that because you make me happy in so many ways, and ways beyond your wildest imaginations, and in ways you never ever thought, by just simply hitting the subscribe button. You know, it's one thing to create a YouTube video and get no subscribers, no likes, no shares, but you guys always never cease to amaze me. You're incredible when it comes to supporting what you love and who you love. And your kindness is unbelievable. It's absolutely unparalleled to anything that I've ever experienced in my life, because all I ever was a guy who used to love to record YouTube videos from his parents' basement. They gave me the opportunity to do that. I had very little financing for a YouTube channel, very little money, and I used to love to sit down in my parents' basement in a game chair and record my thoughts on various niches that I fell into over the years. But I can't ever remember having fallen into a niche that was as incredibly supportive as what this one is. God love each and every one of your little hearts for hitting the subscribe button as many times as you have. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I think you're going to want to do that because I think you're really going to like it here on this YouTube channel. I love creating videos about Descendants and Zombies because I noticed the popularity of this franchise about 10 years ago, when a lot of people were trying to bring it to my attention how beautiful this niche actually was, and I took it under consideration, and I would sit down with a lot of people who loved Descendants. I had a lot of girlfriends who had daughters who loved Descendants so much, perhaps more than what they did, and they wouldn't take the time or make the effort to watch the Descendants movies with them. And I remember, going out of my way every single night that I was over to their house, and I would watch these movies, and I gradually fell in love with it, and I became very appreciative of, just the powerful message this franchise tried to convey. It was a powerful message and an experience that I will never forget, because I will never forget the profound impact that all the stars of the Descendants franchise who made up the franchise had on my life. Because I was a real loser. I play a lot of video games. Actually, today I was at the EB Games at the mall, and I was checking out some video games on the PlayStation 5. And that's all I ever did with my time, was play video games. I was a real loser. I had no date to my high school prom. That was 20 years ago, and I still never forgot about it. I thought that everybody I went to school with was a vampire, along with being a loser. It was either you were a loser or you were a vampire, and I wanted to kick your ass. And I mean, I really wanted to kick your ass, which, by the way, if there is a vampire watching the show, I am coming for you tonight. Sleep well during today, because I am coming for your ass tonight. Especially with how many girls I have subscribed to this YouTube channel who need protection. I say this because you guys could have subscribed to any YouTube channel out there, but you are subscribed to this one. And I know you're subscribed to this one because you love Kylie Contrell, and I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to share you a little secret. I love Kylie Contrell so much too. I think she is an absolute sweetheart. And I don't think that she deserves to see any criticism thrown her way because she is not a Donald Trump supporter. And I have announced that I'm going to run for President of the United States, if it is possible, in 2028. I'm going to go up against the Donald Trump regime, and the Jonathan Clarke regime is going to move in the White House. And when that happens, I'm going to issue an order that Disney Plus will become mandatory in all homes across the 50 states of America, and possibly the world, if they want to join, because I think you guys deserve to see and hear a lot better on YouTube. And I think you deserve to see a lot better than what you've been hearing from a president who has dragged Kylie Contrell's political point of view into a conversation, because she has said and publicly stated on TikTok that she is not a Donald Trump supporter. And because of how people have been giving her a lot of backlash now, she's crying on TikTok videos. Just last year, I saw one of the more recent videos, and to be honest with each and every one of you, it really broke my heart. I think that the stars of Descendants are incredibly beautiful, and Kylie, I want you to know something. You're perhaps the most beautiful Descendant star that I think I've ever laid my eyes on. Because of the passion that you have for your fans, it is absolutely incredible. I don't think there is ever a day that goes by that I don't see Kylie Contrell throwing something up on social media to get attention from her fans. And it's not because she craves attention or she wants attention. I think she does that just because she wants you to see how much you mean to her as a fan, and just how appreciative she is of each and every one of you. I think Kylie has always been there for you, and I think now is a time that we all have to support Kylie in her time of need. And I say it's a time of need for Kylie because Kylie's been through a lot in the last year. She just got out of an abusive relationship, which really caught my eye. I am an advocate for women's rights for those of you who are new here. And what I mean by being an advocate for women's rights, I think that women have full authority or should have full authority in this lifetime. I will never choose another person's side over the side of a girl because I've always believed that a girl's right in this lifetime is the right way to go. And I think if more guys listened to girls and took their opinion under consideration and under advisement, I think this world will be an absolutely better place to live. It's never the world, it's the people in the world that make up the world, and the world's population, that's never really made sense to me. And girls that was all that's ever made sense to me because they helped me make sense of life. And I've said that a lot about Ruby, how Ruby was always somebody who really helped me make sense of life, and that's why I'm really going to miss her being a part of the Descendants franchise. Oh God, do I ever miss Ruby, because she was an absolute sweetheart. I honestly don't think that Ruby has ever done anything wrong in her life to anybody, and I don't think she deserves all the criticism that she has seen and been turned down for so many opportunities in Hollywood. She has been sent home brokenhearted because she has never had the opportunity given to her to be something that she always wanted to be. I mean, Orange is the New Black, Coop and Cammy Asked the World, the role of the young Queen of Hearts, Bridget, in the Rise of Red franchise was one way of looking at Ruby. But I think Ruby deserved a hell of a lot better than what she got, because I think Ruby is the most kind and most gentle soul ever. What an absolute sweetheart. What an absolutely beautiful cast. And I'm really happy that the Descendants franchise is back now with all these new cast members. We have new cast members coming in for Descendants 5. We have Liamani Segura coming in to portray Pink, the sister of Red, and there's going to be a lot of confliction with that. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of scenes will be created, what kind of plot will be presented, how it will unfold. And I think that we're going to learn a lot of valuable life lessons from Descendants 5. Notwithstanding the beautiful story, the really compelling story that we're going to see with the Kingdom Cup games, which I think Jonathan Clarke would do an absolutely fabulous job being the announcer of. Check this out. I think we could do something. Welcome to the Descendants Kingdom Cup games, hosted by Jonathan Clarke, the most attractive man on YouTube, mind you, too. Hit the subscribe button if you think this YouTube channel is really cool. I would love to be the announcer for the Kingdom Cup games because I am the voice of Descendants and zombies. Do you guys remember when they had that movie Space Jam years ago and they had the little mouse doing the introductions of the tunes when they were going up against the monsters? That was a movie back in 1996. And I always wanted to be the voice of professional wrestling or boxing. I had the opportunity to do a lot of stuff with professional wrestling, but I also wanted to be the voice of boxing and MMA. And I thought I had this really cool, really hot voice. And I always wanted to be, that kind of guy. So if you could hit the subscribe button and make that happen, I would really appreciate it because, I got to get ahead. But thanks to all of you, I am more famous than any of my other friends on YouTube. And I have a lot of people to thank for that. But some of my very first subscribers who were the biggest Descendants fans ever, who were the first probably 165 subscribers that I put up on this YouTube channel, somewhere within the first 150 subscribers that showed up here, I am forever thankful for each and every one of you. Because of you, I am more famous than any of my other friends on YouTube. And I'm really excited to see how much more this YouTube channel can explode. Thank you guys so much for all the kindness that you have shown me on this YouTube channel and all your kind words. Keep your kind words coming. I love you all dearly. I really do. I really do. And I love when I see you hit the subscribe button because it makes this YouTube channel that much more stronger. And I know there are really strong people out there that can help people who are going through a lot. And the more that you hit the subscribe button on this YouTube channel, the further these videos will be pushed out into the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm will recognize that. They will recommend these videos to more Descendants fans out there, and they can find us. And that's all I've ever wanted. I think Ruby is an absolutely fabulous person, and for the life of me, I don't know why they couldn't find anything for her to do for Descendants 5. immediately dropped Ruby. Now, I know Ruby probably had other offers and other obligations she wanted to follow through with after her time with Descendants was very short-lived, because that's really what it was. It was very short-lived. And I'll tell you guys how much I love Ruby. I remember watching Ruby on that show, Coop and Cammy Ask the World, and it was a shame that series only got 2 seasons. But I thought her personality was very exuberant. It was very fiery. It was very spiteful sometimes. All the emotions of a character on Disney Channel was exemplified through Ruby's heart. But the one thing that I noticed about Ruby was that she was just so incredibly kind, and she didn't care what anybody thought of her. The only people she ever thought about and what they cared about her was her fans. And if her fans saw something wrong with her, it would bother Ruby to the point where Ruby would try to change it, or Ruby would try to make it better for each and every one of you. And that just goes to show just how much of a heart Ruby has. Ruby was incredibly kind, and so was Kylie. Kylie and Ruby are two of the most gentle and two of the most kind people in the world. Two of my favorite celebrities of all time. You know, I don't know why people love these rock star celebrities, these guys with dreadlocks and long hair who look really gothic and stuff, when you could love somebody like Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner. It seems like if you're not an 80s rock star or an indie rocker in the mind of Dove Cameron, who's dating an indie rocker now from Manskin with like 10 million subscribers on YouTube. I don't know what it is about Dove Cameron and indie rocking, but yeah, I think that people like Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner have done a fabulous job since having the torch passed to them. Ever before they had the torch passed to them for the Descendants franchise. They have done a fabulous job with this. Now, I know there are people out there that miss the original cast and will forever miss the original cast and probably want to kill me for having said this. But I think the book has been closed on the original cast having anything to do with Descendants, and the times have changed. So with the times changing, we too have to change with the times. I didn't know what kind of direction Descendants was going to head in, but I think the flow of the plot, the flow of the music, everything was so professionally done with this one, apart from the original Descendants. You know, Kenny Ortega did a lot of fabulous projects, everything from Hocus Pocus to High School Musical to the Hannah Montana Jonas Brothers World Tour, and now here he comes with Descendants, and he did a fabulous job with that. But I think the production team that moved in after he only signed up for 3 Descendants movies did a fabulous job. But that goes without saying that Jonathan Clarke would even do a more fabulous job as the director and the voice of Descendants and Zombies. I would give you an official Descendants update podcast on the internet. I would shoot it from my own home, off this YouTube channel. I would direct Descendants, and I give you my word that if I am elected as President of the United States in 2028 in the presidential race and the Jonathan Clarke regime beats out the Donald Trump regime, what will happen is I will finance the entire Descendants franchise to secure the future of it for the next 15 years. I honestly mean that. I will give you Disney Plus free out of my own pocket. I will sign an order that will issue Disney Plus free to everybody, unlimited access to Disney for all families. And I will do the absolute best I can to ensure the futures of the stars of the Descendants franchise and the franchise as a whole. Because you can keep this going on and on and on. Remember the old Energizer Bunny commercials where the bunny was beating the drum? And he kept going on and on and on and on. It was like, do-do-do-do-do, all hail the conquering hero. Well, here's the thing. I will keep that going for each and every one of you because I think that you have heard ridiculous reviews of Descendants and Zombies for far long enough. Regardless of what people said about Descendants and Zombies is the most powerful and most forever-lasting imprint on all of our hearts that we will never, ever forget. I want to say thank you to every member of the cast of Descendants and Zombies for being such a huge inspiration to so many people. I wish you all the best in life. I wish all the best to the new cast of Zombies, Malachi Burton and Freya Sky. Fabulous job. You couldn't have asked for a more fabulous job, a representation of stars of the future of Zombies. Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim were looking for people to secure the future of Zombies, looking for a perfect cast. Well, they found that perfect cast in Malachi Burton and Freya Sky. And I've been rating the reviews for the cast of Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, and the reviews as a whole, and they are absolutely fabulous. And I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you for doing a fabulous job for bringing Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires to life in a way that I don't think any other installment of the franchise had ever been brought forth. It was fabulous. The choreographing was amazing. The plot was amazing. The way it unfolded, the music from dance number to dance number was great. All the rehearsal paid off. And I think there is going to be a Zombies 5. There's a lot of speculation about mermaids being involved with it now and how it will tie in with the war on the sea moving in on land and how mermaids will present confliction. And we've also got the confliction now between Red and her sister. There is so much of an opportunity to create with Descendants and Zombies, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what would happen with that. That's, there's a lot of beautiful oceans on this island where I live. And I think it will be the perfect location to shoot a lot of scenes for Zombies 5 and a lot of scenes for Descendants too. That's why I'm kind of envious of British Columbia for one-upping us for the shooting of Descendants for the location of Descendants, because I know the water is incredibly beautiful and incredibly warm in British Columbia this time of year, but I also think living on this island, it really reminds me of Oregon. And I specifically wanted to live on an island. I've lived on an island all of my life, but I wanted to live on an island to shoot these videos for each and every one of you. And along with that, I wanted to live this much closer to a chemical plant and a soda plantation that could have exploded, because I think that it would have went a long way in really putting forth, how significant that is. It really allowed me to feel what it was like to be a part of the Descendants of Zombies franchise, along with wanting to live the Tom Cruise life, which I still haven't had the opportunity to do, nor win the heart of Addison or win the heart of Clarke and Clarke. But there is a time when I will have the opportunity to win the heart of Addison or Red. I just don't know when. Perhaps I'll get the opportunity one of these nights to be in a nightclub with Ruby Rose Turner and Clarke and Clarke, and I will have the opportunity to vertical suplex Clarke and Clarke's man after she points him out to me in a nightclub, because all that's going to come back and hit me in the head. And it's going to be on my mind all night, and I'm going to see Ruby and Kylie having so much fun, I'm just going to vertical suplex him. Thankfully, I lift weights, so I'm strong enough to vertical suplex Kylie Control, and I have a background with pro wrestling, and I can vertical suplex Kylie Control's man. I'm hoping. Because I don't think Kylie Control should ever have to go through what she's had to go through. I think Kylie Control could probably vertical suplex her own man by herself, by how strong she is as that character Red. It was a fearless representation of a character, and she just didn't care what anybody thought of her. And she didn't care what anybody thought of the Descendants franchise when it first premiered. I mean, they were all there to promote it with the PR, and I think they've done a fabulous job, perhaps an even better job than the original cast could have done with all the PR that the Descendants trilogy, the original trilogy I'm talking about now, could have gotten. Because a lot of the interviews that the original Descendants cast did were just interviews where people were reading off paper, and they were interviewing them in front of a podcast microphone. And if you noticed about the original cast, and even the new cast now, they're being asked questions directly off of a paper or a teleprompter. So the guy is asking them questions, who's ever interviewing them, or for whatever star they're interviewing, for whatever podcast. And you'll see them looking down, how was this? How was this experience? How was this experience? And they're reading off of a teleprompter like this or a piece of paper, and they're like this. And it is really, really irritating to me, because I always believe that if you're going to interview somebody, you should interview them from your heart and talk to them as if they're their best friend. I've been podcasting for a really long time, and I think the most effective way to interview somebody or to create a podcast and to produce it is to speak from your heart. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't podcast at all. You should refrain from getting into podcasting. It's the same thing as if you want to, go to the gym and lift, 300 pounds. It's got to be something that you really want to do. And I've never ever wanted to discourage anybody from doing anything in life. If you want to sign up for a gym, the cheerleading squad, whatever you want to do it, because you've only got one life and you only got one chance to make whatever you want to get out of life count. And I like to believe that each and every one of you are just incredible people. You are so kind. And I got that kindness from how you guys accepted me on this YouTube channel when you didn't have to accept me. You could have stopped watching these videos from the very first video that was uploaded onto this YouTube channel, but you didn't. You took a chance on me when nobody else did, and when everybody else left me in my lifetime, you were all I was ever left with. And for that, I am incredibly thankful for each and every one of you having been here for as long as you have been, because I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. Do I think we'll see a chance of seeing mermaids in Zombies 5? Sure. Do I think we'll see a lot of confliction between Red and Pink in Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland? Sure. I love the title Wicked Wonderland too, by the way. I think it is a beautiful title. I think the franchise still can offer us so much of an expansion, and I still think there is a long way to go, because this story is really far from over. Don't ever buy into what the other podcasts on YouTube are telling you, because this story is far from over, and we still have a long way to go, to quote the infamous Uma. I've seen a lot of the trailer reaction videos for Descendants. A lot of them never really made sense to me, so I've been throwing up a lot of trailer reaction videos of my own on my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys really love that. I've got another Ruby Rose Turner interview for Descendants to show you here momentarily, so hopefully you will stick around for that. And I hope you've watched the majority of this video, or at least half of it, because I know a lot of people probably fall asleep during these Descendants videos on YouTube, and I kind of do too. You know, every once in a while I'm, falling asleep on my game chair because I don't think any of these videos really make any sense. And I've just wanted to give you something that's very different from what you've heard. I think that Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell, two of the strongest people ever. And all I've ever wanted from you to do is hit the subscribe button to make this YouTube channel stronger. So if you think you are a strong girl, strong enough to hit that subscribe button because you are a fan of Descendants and Zombies, I want you to know that you are welcome here on this YouTube channel to do just that, because I think that everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to engage, so you can leave me your opinion in the comments. You can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe button, and you can have a whole lot of fun while you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, because I will never let you down. I love podcasting. I got into podcasting when I was 13 years old, so I've been podcasting for the better part of 25 years. If not 30 years, and I've been around for a long time. I've been on YouTube since 2009 at least, after YouTube premiered in 2005. I think it was April 23rd of 2005 the first YouTube video was uploaded, and it wasn't a very good YouTube video. It was a 10-minute video. It was called Me in the Zoo, and it was a disastrous video. YouTube was very limited in 2005. I remember that because I was there. I remember the date. And as the years went by, you could stream videos in 4K. You could use Logitech Brio cameras. It became very advanced, and you could upload videos in their entirety as opposed to uploading them in parts. So I've been around a really long time, and I would love for you to be a part of this podcast, because I know there are a lot of Descendants fans who have yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel. With even how many have subscribed to this YouTube channel, there are still just as many that could subscribe to this YouTube channel and could have a whole lot of fun having done that. And I just want you to be a part of something special. So if you get a moment, please hit the subscribe button, and know that I am forever appreciative of your kindness, how strong you are. You've really got to flex those muscles and hit the subscribe button, because I want you to be a part of a beautiful community, and I love seeing my subscribers going up all the time. And I'm just happy you're here, and I'm happy you found my thumbnail and you watched my videos and you love them so much, because fairy tales do exist. For those of you who have never been told that, happily ever after does exist, and you can find your true love, even though sometimes it's really hard to find it. It's only because he doesn't realize you for what you're worth, and he should. And he should try to make sense of what you appreciate and what you want the most out of life because of. So because of that, what do you say we watch this video, because there's never enough kindness in this world. While you're watching this video, don't forget to hit my subscribe button. I would love for you to be a part of this YouTube channel.
Is that from Frozen?
No. Falling in love is being ridiculous.
Is it from that era, though?
What you want?
It is more modern, I would say.
Do you know Hearts again?
Do you know? It is not the Queen of Hearts.
Falling in love is ridiculous.
You know what I'm thinking of?
It sounds
falling
like
in love with love is falling for make-believe. Cinderella, yes. But no, it's all about you and me, baby. Do you enjoy watching innocent people suffer?
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah. It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
I'll give you a hint. It's from the first Descendants movie.
Maleficent!
It is Maleficent!
It was like our first cast hangout. We all like got together and watched the first Descendants.
I was like, come over to my place, please. I don't want to be alone in this big house.
I was alone and I was like, please come over. And then we literally just like had this, we like ordered Chipotle and watched these card games. Yeah. Yeah, and I had my guitar, and
Morgan got a little competitive with that.
oh, Morgan gets competitive.
Didn't we make cookies?
She gets. We baked cookies. That was the next hangout.
Yeah, we did Valentine's.
Well, we did Valentine's Day.
Aaliyah was always the host.
Bacon.
I love a little hosting. It's so much fun. I love just like giving little treats.
This is your first time back together in a long time, right?
Guys, we're like a family.
What was your favorite part about filming the movie last year?
Literally, I think just the first day that we all met.
Yeah, that was fun.
So like that big rehearsal day.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my god, it's happening.
And literally it was the same as like this vibe. Like
It really
like
was.
instantly.
Oh my god.
Take like warming up.
Yeah, I agree.
The dynamic was already there. Exactly. It made it all feel really real. Which
You guys are okay.
I have so much fun hosting this show. This is an honor that has been given to me by each and every one of you. This show happened because of each and every one of you. And to be honest with each and every one of you, I am famous more than any of my other friends on YouTube because of you. And I can't believe it. I woke up one morning with over 1,000 views on a Descendants video I uploaded over 1 year ago, and this YouTube channel has exploded in popularity ever since. For the life of me, I don't know how you guys are finding these videos. I would assume it's because the YouTube recommendation system are picking these videos up. Maybe you love my voice being tied in with the Descendants franchise significantly. I really don't know. Maybe there's just something about hearing my voice, giving you commentary on Descendants and Zombies and providing you with it. But I want you to know that it's been an honor of mine to be able to sit in this game chair every day of my life and every night of my life and talk about Descendants and Zombies, and it's been the most fun that I've had in my entire existence on this planet. And I want you to know that I will always be here for each and every one of you because I know how much this franchise means to you in particularly when it comes to everything you want to get out of life. Thank you so much for having made me a part of all of your lives, your very existences, and having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies. I really wanted to host the Worlds Collide Tour this summer. I never had the opportunity because Disney has yet to discover these videos, obviously, but who's to say they haven't already, and that Clarke and and Ruby Rose Turner haven't heard my voice on these videos. So I will come back in a couple of hours with another video, I hope, and I hope all of you will join me for it, and you will hit the subscribe button because I know that you are strong, and strong people do exist out there, and kindness is something that I can never seem to get enough of or spread the word about. So with that having been said, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. By YouTube, go spread some kindness to people who need it the most. I know that there are kind people out there. They do exist in this world, and you are one of those kind people. So spread it to the people who need it the most. With that being said, bye YouTube. We will do it again in a few hours. It's really been an honor.